All right, graphing nonlinear equations. You've graphed linear equations. Linear just means straight line. So these are nonlinear, which means they're not going to be a straight line. Typically, to have a nonlinear equation, you're talking division or usually more likely some sort of exponents. Just like you did with linear equations, sometimes they will tell you what the x value is. Sometimes you can choose. We're going to choose for this problem. So we can make x whatever we want it to be. So in this case, we're going to make it, you're going to have to do more than 3 probably on this. 1, 2, we can do -1, we can do -2, and then we'll do +3. So we put those in the equation. 1 squared is 1, plus 2 is 3. So our first coordinate is 1, 3. 2 squared is 4, plus 2 is 6, so 2, 6. -1 squared is 1, plus 2 is 3. -2 squared is 4, so -2, 6. And then 3 squared is 9, so 3, 11. So then you come to the thing and you graph it. 1, so over to the right one, up 3, this would be our first coordinate. The next one would be 2, 6. We had one that was -1, 3. And then 6, and then the 3, 11 would be somewhere up here. And you'll notice a lot of times they're going to make a U shape, and it would actually it would spread out more than what I'm showing you there, but it's not a straight line. And a lot of times you see how we're having similar answers with y because of the exponent. When you have exponents like that, you'll a lot of times have that U shape when you get it. Now if we do the other one, the y equals 12 over x. That one, you would actually, same thing, choose your values for x. Remember, it can't be 0. That was the last lesson, so you don't want to make this a 0. But we can do 1, -1, 2, -2, and 3. I would recommend not doing things like 5. Make sure when you're doing division, choose numbers that 12 is divisible evenly by. It makes your job a lot easier. So 12 divided by 1 is 12. 12 divided by -1 is -12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 12 divided by -2 is -6. And then this would be 4. And then we could actually, in this case, we probably wanted to make it higher numbers like 6, 12, things like that. So if we made it 6, we could make it 6 and -6. We'd get 2 and -2. So when we graphed it, 6, 2 would be here, and 6, -2 would be down here. And then if we did 3 and -3, we'd get 3, 4, which would be up here. And 3, -3, 4 would be, no, I went the wrong way with this one. -6, 2 would be, -6, -2 would be over here. And then -3, 4 would be, -3, -4 would be down here somewhere. So you can see this one's a weird one. This would be more like an S. If we graph these, you would have similar things, but you are making your own table with the values, unless they tell you otherwise. You're making the values, and so your coordinates are 1, 12, -1, -12. That's what you would graph. 2, 6, and you just graph those on the coordinate plane. X is whatever you decide to make the value, and then y is the answer.